Hi everyone, Harbir Singh here, and today we're going to do a quick Q&A. And the question that came through was on managing chronic pain, and what we're going to talk about today, or what my wife's going to talk about, is how to have increased bodily awareness to help you manage pain. So over to you.
So I recently wrote a blog post about managing chronic pain, and the first step is to try and increase your awareness of your body and pain. Often when we experience chronic pain, it can feel really overwhelming and difficult to kind of pinpoint, really. And if you are able to keep a kind of pain diary, for example, so recording throughout the day or across a week, several days, how different tasks that you do affect your pain, then you can start to pick up patterns. Yeah.
When you say bodily awareness,
Yeah.
so because you're talking about a diary, right? So when you say bodily awareness, are you talking about actually like tuning into your body, or are you talking about actual awareness about how things in your life are affecting your pain?
That's a really good question. So the first thing I think, both of those are really, really important, and I think they both, the awareness of how things impact your pain also improve your body awareness, as well as the process of recording, so keeping a pain diary, because you're more aware of, I'm supposed to be thinking about how my pain is, or how this is affecting how I feel, and how strong my pain is, or how it's feeling relieved at the moment. So it's kind of both, but you're right. So the pain diary is to look for patterns, and can inadvertently increase your body awareness. But tuning into your body is also very, very important. So there are lots of strategies. So one is a popular one at the moment is mindfulness, and it requires daily practice. Doesn't really have to require daily practice, but it's a good way to get into experiencing mindfulness, and the purpose of it is to kind of stop, bring yourself to the present moment and experience your body in the present, rather than through your thoughts about your body. So, for example, somebody's had really pain for a really long time, they might have lots of thoughts about how they have chronic pain, and that, for example, they feel like they're always in pain, or and for most of the time they're in pain, and that can get somebody quite down and make them feel as if things are hopeless. And when you're brought into the present moment, sometimes people can find snippets of time when they're not in pain, or when the pain doesn't feel as intense as it does on a day-to-day basis, and that helps to kind of open up an opportunity for you to have a different experience of your body and your pain.
So like going on to that, just to kind of make it more relatable.
Yeah.
The seminar that you did a talk at a couple of
Yeah.
days ago, there was a person there who we won't name,
Yeah.
but they kind of share their experience in this. So do you want to kind of share that with
this lady
the audience?
spoke really wonderfully about how she had, in spite of living in a busy family and having a busy day-to-day life, as we all do, she spoke about how she got up a little bit early every morning, did some mindfulness practice, and then that would help her during the day to kind of bring herself back into the present moment, and just kind of ground herself in her body and become aware of how she was doing and how certain things were affecting her pain, and whether I think she said that it gave her time to kind of slow down and be like, oh, actually, maybe I should kind of just hold off on this, or perhaps I could just adjust my movement slightly. So that kind of thing. Does that make sense?
And I think she was saying that within, correct me if I'm wrong, but with the kids, it's busy.
Yeah.
Because one of the arguments was how you meant to do that, how you meant to do mindfulness or any kind of relaxation technique or any kind of introversion type stuff when you got introspection when you've got kids. And she was like, well, I do it in the morning, and then throughout the day I might be busy, but there might be even brief moments that I might be able to just kind of tune in and just to kind of have that connection.
Yeah.
Just even if it's for brief moments.
There's a really interesting task which is really widely used called the 3-minute breathing space. So it requires just 3 minutes of your time, and can be done anywhere, anytime. And it's just to take 3 minutes, or a minute or 2 minutes, whatever, to just focus on your breathing, and over time it becomes easier to kind of get away from all of the distractions or other things that are going on and connect back to your body. But that takes training and
okay. And finally, I had one more question, which was, you mentioned about kind of tuning in, and using the diary as a method, if I'm not wrong, and also using techniques like mindfulness as a method to tune in. But like, what about the kind of old school mentality of just get on with it, stop thinking about it, because then you'll just make it worse and you'll just make a problem out of nothing. You need to just ignore it and just get on with it.
Yeah, I think that's a widely held view, and I think there's some element of utility in that, but using these strategies to tune into your pain is not the same as thinking about your pain. When you're thinking about your pain, you're not really usually, or you can be, but very often when we're thinking about our pain, we're not tuned into our body necessarily, and we're just thinking about our pain. So it's so awful, and I feel hopeless, and this person said this because I couldn't keep up with this task, and there's a lot of difficult content, mental kind of thinking content around pain. So tuning into your body is not the same as thinking about your body and your pain. Yeah. The second thing is that getting on with something can be really good, and it's really important not to feel like you can't do things because of your pain and to let it get the better of you. Definitely, I agree with that. But as many people might find, when you have chronic pain, if you push yourself too hard, then you can find yourself in a situation where you've achieved a certain task and you've done, you pushed yourself really hard, you've done really well, you've done everything you wanted to do, and then you're in bed for the next 3 weeks because actually you pushed yourself too hard. And so it's important to keep going and to be determined, but along with that, it's really important to get to know your body, get to know how much you can do, and build yourself up gradually over time till you can do that task and get the most out of it without pushing yourself to the point where you can't do anything else for the next few weeks.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So to summarize, is there anything you can say to summarize the point of bodily awareness and how that can impact getting through the day with chronic pain?
Yeah, I think the great thing about body awareness is you don't need anything, tool, money, to sign up to anything to do it. You just need to have a bit of time and practice becoming aware of your body. Like, you can do it right now without any kind of breathing technique or any meditation script or anything. You can just bring yourself to the present moment, become aware of your body, and that, just simply doing that and doing that as much as you can, as often as you can, will help.
I did say that was the last question, but it kind of leads on to, do you want to, because people may be thinking, okay, so I want to do this.
Yeah.
You said it's free. You said anyone can do it. There's no risk in doing it.
Yeah.
So I want to do it. Where do I go to do it? Or can you actually take us through like a 30-second bodily awareness task?
I can, but I need to do a little bit of preparation. So it's I'll do that.
So that's great. So leave you in suspense for the next time. So thanks a lot for watching. If you know anybody who's chronic pain, if you know somebody who is chronic pain, hopefully you don't. But if you know somebody who has chronic pain, please share this video with them, and they'll get some humor, and they also may get some helpful tips. And thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.
Thank you.